What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Alright, microscale garage. It's a little messy going on right now. I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm waiting on solder to come in from Amazon. I gotta resolder. Let's see if I can set the Jeep right here. There's a wire on the blinker for the power in there that I gotta resolder on the blinker module. And I gotta resolder a power wire for the power. But I want to show you guys something. So I was working on Dan's. That's like the normal way you can set the servo in there, and you can set it on the axle, but that gives you a little bit more clearance, right? So if you turn the if you flip the servo mounts over, flip them over, and you might have to flip the servo over too. But I gotta get a longer servo horn. You can move the servo up a little bit higher. Still fits with the body on, and it gives you a heck of a lot more ground clearance. But I gotta look at my toolbox and get a longer servo horn. Might have to get a longer link too. I'm hoping just getting away with a servo horn. And I'm working on the barrage. Took the Temper's body off the barrage. 3D printed some seats in there too. I'm trying to come up with like a floor pan. I don't like how the rear suspension is kind of cocked like that, and it's also makes it really stiff. So before I JB weld the frame to the body, I'm gonna tack these off, because that's all epoxy that's down in there, those little mounts. And I'm actually gonna move them in, probably put them on, like make a mount that'll come down, like 3D print something that'll glue on there, and then come down, then screw it. Give it a little bit more clearance, and I'll have it where I can adjust it too, so I can swing the shock back and forth. Maybe that'll, I don't want it to be too tall. I was trying to get like a stock ride height with it. So right now, the frame ain't even really, see, the frame's not even mounted to the body yet, just the shocks mounted to the body. And that's what's holding it on right now. But just to give you guys a little insight on what I've been doing, had a lot of things in my head about trying to get this truck looking scale. A lot of things broke on it too as I was taking it off the other body. I forgot how much that I actually glued on. And then I'm thinking about taking these axles, because this Temper is still a good truck. I just need a transmission. Taking the axles from that and building something crazy with that. It's still going to be scale though. I still want to make a scale truck, but I want to make it pretty crazy. And then yeah, I've been saving up my money. Still don't have my F-150 back in the dealership, so I haven't been able to drive or drift my drift car yet. I called the dealership. They've had it now for 2 months. They said they're still ordering parts. Piston hit the valve, timing chain stretched, so big job with that. But I looked on rcmart.com. I posted it on my Facebook group, Microscale Garage Facebook group. The Orlando Hunter D4L radio is out, and Asia T's had a couple of them. My buddy Tim sent me a link in the morning. He's like, hey, they got some. I went on there. They had 5. Went on there later in the day because he was like, oh, there's only 4 left. Went on there today. There's only 3. I'm like, oh man, dude. But yeah. So, and then some receiver boxes came in. So in the AX5, so now I got a permanent receiver box for the drift car. The F-150's finally got its own receiver box, and the Bronco is out there in the front room. I was out there crawling the Bronco around. That's got its own receiver box. So the only radio that I really and truly need now is my buddy Dan needs to get a radio for his truck, and then I want to try and save up and put that AX5 in the Pedro so that I have something cool to crawl with that truck. But I'm gonna get back to work, try and get this truck all mounted up and everything, and figure out a way to make these shocks, because they look like they're rubbing right there on the wheel when I go to compress, so I don't want that. And then with this bed cover, I was thinking I might be able to get away with like cutting in there to kind of get them where they're not so length out, like make it where it's closer to the frame, like when I mount it to the frame, and then you wouldn't be able to see the shocks. I mean, you probably would, but that's only if you look down in there, you know, but on camera, you know, it might not be seen. And then I'm trying to do this build too without using my 3D printer as much, to making like mounts and stuff. I was trying to do it like so that way an average person could just, they don't have a 3D printer, they could just be like, alright, I could just do this and glue it on. So there's a lot of parts that I gotta get done, but I'm trying to get a full interior in there. And then also, that's what I want to talk about. I am trying to 3D print a dash for this Mitsubishi. So I want the PJ to have interior, squish the doggone Lego guy in there, you know. But yeah, this is what we've been doing. It's a little cold now in Michigan, so I was able to get out there and crawl around with a Jeep on my Instagram. But oh man, more micro rigs that are coming out pretty soon, hopefully to New Orlando. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace and love, everybody.